Hi Pre-K, good morning, it's Moreliana. We're going to read a story, but this is a very special story. It's a rhyming book. Every time you hear a rhyme, I want you to go like this with your fingers. Are you ready to start? Let's go. The title of the book is Let My People Go. The author is Tilda Balsley, and the illustrator is Eileen Richard. Let's read. A burning bush, and it began. As Hashem told Moshe, here is my plan. Began and plan. But Moshe was a simple man. He said, I just don't think I can. Man and can. Let me see you wiggle those fingers. Poor Moshe. Hashem wouldn't hear the answer no and said, with Aaron, you will go. No and go. To lead my people from Paro, tell him that your Hashem said so. Wiggle those fingers for Paro and so. So Moshe spoke to Paro. Our Hashem says, let my people go. What was the rhyme there? Paro and? Very good. Go. Wiggle those fingers. Our Hashem says to let my people go. And Paro shouted, no, no, no. A big mistake. He didn't know that Hashem would deal a mighty blow. No and blow. Wiggle those fingers. Good job. A plague, Egyptians to the Paro said. Their God has turned their water red. Wiggle those fingers for red and said, no more fish, they are all dead. Where's some water we can drink? We cannot stand this yucky stink. Drink and stink, wiggle those fingers. P.U. Then Moshe spoke to mean Paro. Our Hashem says, let my people go. And Paro shouted, no, no, no. We have lots of rhymes there. We have Paro, we have go, and we have no. Wiggle those fingers a little extra for me. Let me see it. Good job. A plague. Frogs were Paro's next nightmare, he cried. They're hopping everywhere. Tell Hashem to send the frogs away. Then you can go without delay. They're in my oven, in my bed. I think a frog just jumped on my head. Bed and head, wiggle those fingers. So Moshe prayed to Hashem, and the frogs were gone. Then Moshe spoke to mean Paro. Our Hashem says, let my people go. And Paro shouted, no, no, no. We have 3 rhymes there. Paro, go, and excellent. No. Wiggle those fingers. Great. A plague, Egyptians cried. Oh, no. Now gnats, covering cows and covering dogs and cats, covering us from head to toe. Please, Paro, let those people go. We have gnats and cats. Wiggle those fingers. Toe and go. Wiggle those fingers. Then Moshe spoke to mean Paro. Hashem says, let our people go. And Paro shouted, no, no, no. Paro, go and no. Wiggle those fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A plague. Hashem spread the ground with nasty flies. But Paro answered, only lies. Flies and lies. I'll let your people leave this place. Just get these flies out of my face. When Moshe said it's done, we'll go, Paro shouted, no, no, no. Wiggle those fingers, go and no. A plague. Soon animals will begin to die. Egyptians pleaded, hear our cry. Paro, why? But Paro still would not comply. Comply means agree to something. When you comply when your mommy says to have breakfast, that means you're listening to your mommy. Then Moshe spoke to mean Paro. Our Hashem says, let my people go. And Paro shouted, let me hear it. No, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. And Egyptians moaned and cried in dread to see their skin turn purpley red. Dread and red. And nasty boils began to spread, but Paro was an old hard head. When Moshe spoke to mean Paro and said, and Hashem said, let my people go, Paro shouted, again, let me hear you. No, no, no. Paro, go and no. Wiggle those fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A plague, a plague, a plague. Hashem continued the campaign with hail and thunder and mighty rain. They'd never been a worse event. It looked like Paro might relent. When Moshe spoke to mean Paro and said, Hashem says, let my people go, Paro shouted, no, no, no. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A plague, a plague, a plague. Now Hashem sent down a new command, and Moshe with his outstretched hand, command in hand, sent hungry locusts through the land. Hand in land. Said Paro, this cannot stand. Leave Egypt now and go as you have planned. But when the people packed to go, Paro shouted, again, no, no, no. Oh no, this Paro is not very nice. A plague, a plague, a plague. Then Egypt had three, show me three. Good. 3 days of night when the Israelis enjoyed Hashem's light, night and light. So when Paro, tired of the fight, said, wives and children all can go. You cannot take your livestock though. Livestock is animals. He really didn't mean it. So soon he was shouting, no, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. Hashem through Moshe said, beware, this plague is bad, beyond compare. Punishment to every firstborn son, from royal born to the poorest one, son and one. But sons of Israel I will spare, so listen now, you must prepare. Spare and prepare. And as Hashem struck this final blow, Paro shouted, go, go, go! And so the Jewish people left Egypt. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. There were so many rhymes. Now let's play a quick rhyming game. I'm going to look back in our book at some of the rhymes that the author had written. Every time you hear a rhyme, I'm going to tell you to do a different funny thing. Are you ready? Okay, let's play. The first one. Drink and stink. If that rhymes, I want you to quack like a chicken. Quack like a chicken, chicken, quack, 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 quack. Let me see you quack. Very good. Let's do another one. Tell me if this rhymes. Cats and gnats. Does that rhyme? If that rhymes, I want you to moo like a cow. Let me hear it. Oh, you can do louder than that. Let me hear it again. There we go. Very good. Let's do another one. Cry and why. If that rhymes, I want you to roar like a lion. Really, really loud. Let me hear it. Whoa, that was scary. Can you do it even scarier? Let me hear. Thought there was a real lion here. That was very scary. Okay, let's do another one. Rain and campaign. If that rhymes, I want you to woof like a dog. Let me hear it. Oh no, not a little tiny dog. Like a big scary dog. Let me hear it. You guys are very scary. Very scary. Okay, let's do another one. Hand and land. If that rhymes, I want you to make the sound that a wolf makes. Howl like a wolf. Let me hear it. Oh! What are you, a real wolf or something? Whoa. That was scary. And let's do one more. Night and light. If that rhymes, I want you to meow like a cat. Let me hear.
Meow, meow.
Very good. One more. Let me hear it one more time.
Meow, meow.
Oh, very good. I hope you enjoyed reading this book. Have a great Shabbat, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.